Alpental effectively does not operate without Edelweiss Chairlift. We often say Alpental isn't for everyone. It just isn't.
Very steep technical terrain, and it's different day to day.
It can be an unforgiving place, which is maybe part of the reason that when it wants to be really special, it's even better.
I think this mountain forces you to learn and learn really quickly.
I always say pound for pound, every turn you got to be on your game. If you slack off in this mountain, you'll pay a little bit for that.
Oh, that was huge.
Chair 2 was always it. That was the gateway. That was what made everything possible.
The bare minimum for a chairlift, right? Just this little stem and seat that holds you up in the air and takes you up.
With this tiny little unload area, one side is ridiculously steep and the other side opens into this vast, amazing bowl with cliffs and chutes all around it.
Got a 2-ton weight to my hairline, to my backbone, and it's dragging me around that I don't listen. All your critics are red, mind your own business. That's right.
It doesn't give up all its secrets. That's pretty special. I think that's why Alpental never stops being that amazing place for so many people.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Nice little warm up. Yeah, I mean, Alpental is a crazy place. Basically, there's avalanche hazard everywhere.
Alpental does not open without that lift, and maybe most people know that, but not everyone does. If we do not get access to the upper mountain, up to the top of Edelweiss, we can't really do our control work. We can't clear the cliff bands, so therefore we can't safely open the resort.
You have to be able to get to the top of the mountain. The work starts well before light. You go up the first chair, get to the powder magazine, gather what you need for the day. Everybody will team up to get it up to the top of the mountain. Organize the different routes, choreographed so that everybody is in the right spot at the right time. And
hey, we're just a few minutes out from deploying back to. We clear.
My responsibility was taking care of all the lifts. That was more hard work and worry than anything in my life combined. It was, when Chris and I would come prancing from the top of Chair 1 with maintenance buckets full of tools, there was a lot of people who knew who we were, shouting, you know, shouts of encouragement and please get the lift going, you know.
Electric motor, and if that one goes south, you have this gasoline powered one that you can put a belt between here and run it with that. Yeah, 58 years, this is the stuff that's done it.
If that Riblet double hadn't been built in 1967, would a chair like that ever get built nowadays? Part of me thinks that no, you would never see a chair get built in that location to the top of Denny Mountain.
I don't think they would build this ski area today. The guys that built it were visionaries, and they built it kind of on a wish and a prayer.
I can remember walking up this hill the first day and before the towers were in, and they had to dynamite the holes and use pickaxes to take the rock out and set rebar and then pour concrete, which we did the following year when we brought the helicopter in.
Now that Alpental is part of the 3 other ski areas, did you ever envision that it would all be one big area?
Not really, but when we were first starting, I got together with Webb and Virginia Moffett, and I said, why don't we combine? They said, thanks, but no thanks. We never put it together. Webb said to me, Bob, you will never, ever build a ski area in that valley. And he was almost right.
Driving over Snoqualmie Pass on I-90, so many people don't know that there's actually a place that looks somewhat alpine. Drive up the Alpental Valley and you've got Mount Guy Peak, Chair Peak in the background, and it's kind of like a different alpine world.
And that is something about Chair 2 that's worth saying, is there aren't that many chairlifts where the best skiers like the Alpental Patrol, we've seen days where they ride the chair back down, and it's not because they're wimps. So you have this chair that is, people freak out how great it is. And at the same time, a week could go by or less and you'd be like, I'm not even gonna get off the thing. I'm gonna go around the bull wheel and ride it back down. And it had that going on every single year that I can remember. There was a sprinkling of both those.
Chair 2, man. So I worked up here 07, snowiest year on record in the last 20 plus years, and they would shut down the highways regularly. Every time they'd shut down the road, they'd just be running Alpental, and we'd have this entire mountain to ourselves. It was probably one of the craziest experiences of my life.
You can have a 21-year-old snowboarder who's still at college, scraping their way through, with some guy who's made it successfully in the tech world and is 60 years old, and they're both excited to be on the chair and talk about their last run. That's what this mountain does to you.
It's just magical. You get up there and it feels like you're in a whole separate world.
There's something special about here and Chair 2.
Geology on Denny Mountain and some of the surrounding mountains is actually only found in a couple places in the world, so it makes it pretty unique just as a mountain. Then you add snow to that, you end up with some pretty unique shapes and unique terrain. And
every season is different. The way the snow lines up, the way all the features look are totally different year to year.
There's a photo on the wall you have to take a look at over here that shows Chair 2 with basically all the cliffs covered.
If you visit the other summit areas, you'd have no idea that something this big and awesome exists in the valley.
The Chair 2 lift line is like nothing else.
if it's a good pow day, you might be there a while, but it's always worth the wait.
On like any busy day at any ski area, you always want to make sure that every seat is loaded, because it just means that, you know, everyone else is going to get to where they want to go faster, especially on Chair 2, and especially considering how long the lines could get there on like a pow day. Wasting a seat, that's the worst thing you can possibly do.
Just don't be that guy or gal.
And there's definitely a mentality of make sure you know what you're doing and don't mess it up to slow down the lift for everybody else.
You don't screw around, you don't lose your ski, don't drag your tips.
If you load the chair single and there's a line, you're gonna get yelled at, 100%. This chairlift needs to be replaced. It's the right thing to do.
It needed to be done. There was a lot of aspects on the lift that, well, we're over 50 years old, you know, the top bull wheel bearings and the drive and all those components were old.
We have the best lift maintenance team out there, but keeping a chair from 1967 running takes a lot of work.
The original Chair 2 Riblet was fickle at times. For like our crews that work here, there's a big element of having a chair that's more reliable.
We're trying to work with the mountain and add to it. We're not trying to change Alpental to be something it's not. I'm really proud and I'm stoked with what we've accomplished as a team and in combination with the Boyne Resorts team as well. You don't get to build lifts every day.
Replacing Chair 2 was always kind of like an internal conflict of mine, and so many, because wait, I spent my entire life on this chairlift. You've created so much connection from that. But as I was thinking about that and kind of like wanting to hold on to the past and hold on to what this mountain, the chairlift, the people have brought me over the years, I started to realize that it was never really about the chair itself, and it was more about like the people in the lift line, the people I'm riding the chair with, and the terrain that it was taking me to. And it just happens to be that all that kind of like centers around this lift because all those things exist in one space. Then I realized that, okay, wait a minute, I'm actually gonna have all the same things with this new chairlift. I just won't have to worry about it maybe like randomly breaking as I'm halfway up. And at the end of the day, the community, the people, the terrain, the snow, none of that's changing. All we're getting is like a new chairlift that makes it that much easier and that much better to do what we love.
I taught beginning skiing back here in high school, and Chair 2 is where I graduated from being a beginner myself to skiing doubles. So, love Chair 2.
The first time that I went on Chair 2, it was really exciting because I felt like I was getting better at skiing, and it felt like a really good accomplishment to go on it for the first time.
Yeah, me too. Chair 2, and also by an extent, all the other chairs were like measures of our success at skiing as we grew up.
Chair 2 means rockin' vibes, family, friends, and love.
Chair 2 is a place that you can come and escape from reality. The views are incredible.
This is the chair that I basically learned how to do double blacks, and all that. So it means a lot to me.
Chair 2, since I rode the ski bus up since I was like 11 back in the 80s. Just love chair 2. We used to come up here all the time. It's my favorite thing.
Skiing chair 2 means that I'm up here and I'm skiing with my wife.
Chair 2 means everything to me. I've been coming here since I was 2 years old. I remember the first time I went on chair 2, I was crying. I couldn't stand it. And then over the years, you start to love it more and more. And to think it's an hour away from Seattle, insane. Insane. I can't wait till we get the new lift. It's gonna be crazy. Thank you.